See, a vow is a promise to do things differently going forward, not based on right now. A vow is a promise to do things different moving forward, not based on now. And they made a vow before God to have a relationship with God that looked different than before. Which leads me to a question for you. We know a vow is really in one way in life. If I really think through a vow, right, we know of marriage vows. Is that true for everyone? Right, like that's kind of when we think of vow, do you think of anything else? Anyone out there? It really comes across in marriage vows. And it's that commitment for what? Commitment saying, hey, we're going to stand before, many people hate writing their own vows. So there's like, hey, whatever language you can give me is really good. You know, like that forever and ever till death do us part, sickness and health, love that. Can you use that in our marriage? Absolutely. That's wonderful. And we make this vow, but you know what happens in our relationship with God is, and with our relationship in marriages is how often do we go back and say, hey, I'm recommitting to this relationship. I'm making a new vow in our relationship. Think about that in your own life right now. How many of you have done that in your own personal relationships or your relationship with God? It's so big in our life that we call it a renewal of vows. Like it's its own service. Like that's how big it is. What if it wasn't that big? What if it was something that we could do on a daily basis or a weekly basis? Or if we went through a season in our lives and in our relationships, we're like, hey, hold on. We need to recommit to each other right now. We need to stand before and say, hey, going forward, things are going to look different. We need to have a renewal of our vows, and I'm going to tell you what these new vows are. That's what the people are doing here. And I think in our relationship with God, it's something that we have to do also. We have to renew our commitment to God. Ask yourself, when was the last time you renewed your commitment to God? When was the last time that you had a season in your life that said, hey, this season was so big in my life, and I saw what you did in it, that I'm going to pause right now, and I'm going to make vows to you, Lord. I'm going to make vows and say, this is who I am in relationship with you because I see what you're doing in my life. I see it. That's where I think we need to be.